is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark movies.
I'm Lyndsy Fonseca, and I will convert you.
And this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Lyndsy.
Oh, I didn't know I was in like a cult
What's
meeting.
up?
No, Lindsay's like, I will convert you. I don't have a robe or anything. This is wild.
Have you been converted already?
Get ready.
I feel like I have. I'm in. You're right. I love him. you
Wow.
talked me into it, Lindsay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
That was great.
See ya.
That was great.
Yeah, absolutely. What a day, Bran.
What a day it is. We're very excited today to be talking to Lyndsy about all things Hallmark, including the upcoming flick, The Love Heist.
Love Heist. I mean, what could go wrong there?
That's your movie, right? Did I
Be a
say
part-
that? Yeah, I just...
Yeah, what if that was someone else's? That's Lacey Chabert's movie. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah,
No, that's fine.
absolutely. Okay,
we
great.
should do that to a guest one day.
That would be fun.
Is say the wrong movie just
You
to see the
absolutely
reaction.
have to. You absolutely have to.
Yeah, fantastic. But thank you so much for joining us. We're very excited to talk about that one. But first, before we talk about that, we have to talk about the beginning of your life. We're going to go all the way back to when you were a child. Where were you born? What were you like as a child? And kind of that first little instinct or moment where you were like, oh, acting.
Okay, so wouldn't that be so funny if I took like 30 minutes to answer this question? So
I mean,
was
it's
born in
happened before.
1987. Actually, I'm so sure it has. So I was born in Oakland, California. And,
Shout out.
Yeah. And I grew up dancing. I was a dancer. I did all dance. I was just on stage since diapers. And I was not happy in middle school. I was having like who is, honestly? But my mom was like, maybe you like being on stage and you're a ham and like you're always like hamming it up for the camera. It's like, maybe you should try this modeling and acting school. And so I did that, and I won some competitions, and an agent manager found me and I said, hey, we'll represent you. We think you could work and come to LA. So for 6th and 7th grade, I did that. And then I got a 4-year contract on Young and the Restless. So I spent my high school years on a soap opera, and then left at 18, and then like started doing other stuff, and the rest is history.
Wow.
So at 14, you're on Young and the Restless. Soap operas notoriously page churning activities, right? As a 14-year-old, middle school, high school, memorizing that much dialogue, how traumatizing was that, and how thankful are you for it now?
Oh, so thankful. I didn't know anything different. It's all I knew.
Yeah.
Like I had never been on a film, like movie set or a primetime show. I didn't know that you spend like a day doing 2 pages, or a day at the, for Hallmark movies, 9 pages maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we were doing like 30 pages a day, and it's all I knew. So it was like the best boot camp.
That's
I
insane.
remember my first real job after not real, but like obviously Young and the Restless was real, but I did this recurring with Milo Ventimiglia where I played a student at some show he was on. I can't even, Boston Public, I think it was called.
Okay.
And I remember like the actors there who had like paragraphs, like flubbing their lines and like not knowing their lines, and I'm just sitting there like, what is happening? I just had no idea that you'd have such a hard time. I was like, this is all you have to say today? So it definitely that wasn't Milo's.
No, you can throw
No,
Milo, under the
Milo
bus.
right under the bus there.
That's fine.
There you
No
go.
way. He's absolutely professional, wonderful human, for reals. But it was like, oh, this is what the rest of film world looks like.
I mean, it's really tough. I mean, you were on some pretty major prestige television of all, like HBO Big Love, ABC Desperate Housewives. You are the daughter being told how your dad met your mother on
You
this
said
show.
that in such an interesting way.
I want to ask you about that, but I know
Yes,
you've given
confusing.
interviews about this, but like I have been a defender of the finale of that show for a long time.
You have?
Yeah.
What a nice change. I am so tired of
Well,
people are like, I'm disappointed. And I'm like, oh,
I like have
you.
been a huge defender of that finale for A, the narrator is unreliable and they tell you that at the beginning, and B, the acting that the two kids have to do from just expression in that show is unbelievable. And it turns out you are one of those two kids. What would, can you, I know we got to talk about Hallmark movies, but we can't have you on and me not ask you, like, when
No,
you
because you hate them.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I hate them. So anytime we can spend away from them would be great.
Time. Yeah,
But like, I mean, I would love to talk about all of these Big Love. I would love to talk about Kick-Ass and all these things, but for you to be on that many episodes of How I Met Your Mother, and I would assume they were filmed, you probably batched them. I don't know. You know, when you know that your expression is carrying the weight of your performance for most of your time on screen, what's that like? What are the notes a director's giving you, or Craig and whomever else is creating that show? What is that like? What was that experience like?
Well, Pamela Fryman did all the episodes, directed them all, and she's the best.
Awesome.
Sitcom director there is. And so she just put us, we were in very good hands. We bottled, they call it, I guess that's the term, bottled the episodes. So we would do like a few days of just like making different reactions, getting fed lines, and so it was kind of like this time capsule where in real life I was growing up working on different jobs, but I was still airing an episode for the first time on How I Met Your Mother that I filmed like 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
Wow.
5 years ago. By the time the show ended, it was 9 years ago. So it was sort of this like very unique experience to have this little time capsule of, yeah, me and David as babies.
Well, I think that's why I also defend the finale is they shot it ahead of time. Do you know what I mean? Like they shot the ending of this show. Like you're in the finale of a show and it was shot 5 years ago. You can't tell me they made that up. They shot it 5 years ago, right?
I think it was at the time, I think it was 9. 'Cause
Holy
there were 9 seasons,
moly.
right?
Yeah. So you did everything
Yeah.
you did for that show in year one.
Year 1.
Wow.
Yeah, we
God.
did the pilot. We came back from the pilot, and David Henry, who plays my brother, he grew like 4 shoe sizes. His voice dropped. Like he was a boy in the pilot. We came back for the first season. And we were like, "Oh, this is not going to work." And so I think the creators like were like, "Oh, we got to think of a different way." I don't know what their thought process was, but
And
yeah.
is Bob Saget anywhere near you guys actually talking to you, or is this just a tape that they're playing?
Yeah, it's just there was, I think, one day that Josh Radnor, maybe it was during the pilot, like read his lines as our dad. I mean, as Bob Saget, the older dad.
Yeah.
But I do remember I was at some charity event and I met Bob Saget. And by the way, like I grew up watching Full House.
Yeah.
That
You and
was
I
my
are about the
generation.
same age. Yeah. This is.
And
Yeah.
we are the same age as the twins. Like this was my life, was that show. So meeting him, I had done the show and I'd never met him before. So I met him at a charity event and I remember just being like, I'm your daughter. I am your daughter. I am your daughter. We have a picture together and he was very nice.
Yeah.
But it had to be crazy though, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years removed from the shooting of the thing, it's still happening. Like that had to be like crazy for you to be like, oh, I forgot we did this scene or whatever, because it's not like you get to watch them all at one time or get to sit down and watch a movie that you did a year ago or whatever. This is 8, 9 years later.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like I got to watch the show. They didn't, obviously the creators don't know if the show's going 1 season, 3 seasons, 5
Right.
seasons, 10 seasons. So, you know, I got to watch the show as a fan and see how things were developing and what they were writing, just like the rest of you, you know? So there was that aspect. And then also I had FOMO. Like I couldn't go there anymore. Like I got older.
Yeah. That's tough. I will say you like Lyndsy, you do so much from 2008 to 2013. Like it seems like you're just working around the clock. Kick-Ass 2, House, Hot Tub Time Machine, 5, Nikita for 73 episodes. Like, did it feel that way at the time? Like looking at an IMDb filmography can be a little bit like, you know, sometimes you film things early or late. Did it feel like from 08 to 13, I'm just doing math, you're 21 to 26. Did you feel like, man, it is just nonstop, I don't even have time to breathe? Or did it feel like most actors say when it's like, I'm waiting for my next job, my next paycheck, I'm still, you know what I mean? What did that feel like?
Yeah, ups and downs. I remember there was like a year between, I think before I got Kick-Ass, where I was like, I hadn't worked in a year, and I was like, am I gonna be able to pay rent?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like sometimes you're right on IMDb, the time, I think they, like when you film it, when it comes out, things can be sort of like mushed around just for your timeline and for your life. So yeah, there were definitely like busy moments. And then now that I'm older and I have two kids and I have a different perspective of time, I yeah, it is. I was like, I was busy, but I was never stressed about it. I was just like, no, nothing was ever too much.
Yeah.
I like to work.
Great, great.
Wow.
It shows on your IMDb.
Yeah. But when you start that young, I mean, if
Yeah.
you do you have a 4-year contract, like I know we've got
Yeah.
things to do, but who walks through with you at 14 years old? Hey, when you sign this paper, it's 4 years. Like I listened to Tom Holland say, when you go in a room and go, I'm signing 10 years of my life to be Spider-Man, right? When you're signing a
Yeah.
4-year
I saw that,
contract,
yeah.
like you're 14 years old. Like, are your parents there going, is this what you want to do? Or what goes in? That's a pretty big commitment.
So at first it was a summer recurring job. And so I did it and we were traveling back and forth. And then after the summer, and we still lived in Oakland, like that, the Bay Area. And then they offered me a 3-year contract. And so my parents had to make a decision. Like, and I had a little sister. I have a little sister, but she was very little at the time. And she, yeah, like uprooting our life when it was, I couldn't have done it without them saying, okay,
Mhm.
our entire life will change because of
Wow.
this. And they supported me and we moved to LA. I did the 3 years, then they added another year onto it. And then leaving was crazy. Like there were people that were like, don't, what are you doing? Don't leave. Like this is a job for life. Like what do you, and
Yeah.
I was like, it's just so young and like you don't worry about the same things you do when you're grown up. I mean, that's the thing. I was on a show with like mostly adults. There was one, my friend Crystal on the show, and then there were like little kids. But
Mm.
I was surrounded by adults every day.
Mm.
Um, and a lot of them were like, don't do it.
Looking back now as an adult, do you have like one specific storyline that you're like, I can't believe they had me do? Like what's the craziest
love this.
soap opera storyline that you were a part of?
Well, my character as a young teenager started like rebelling, but like her
Yeah.
version of rebelling wasn't like Euphoria. It was like she, I think, was smoking pot or something. And I was like holding this plastic bag of zigzag wrappers and it was like on break. And I was just like holding my prop and I'm 14. And then all of a sudden I like looked at it and I was like, I looked at my mom and I was like, what is this? Like I knew this was drug paraphernalia, but like I didn't understand like what a rolling paper was.
Right.
So like there was definitely moments where I was like, what's happening? That
Yeah.
was one of the storylines.
Yeah.
I had to be told.
Yeah, that's so funny. Do you have like throughout your career, you've done like one episode here, a couple episodes here on various shows. Do you have one show that you were a part of for 1 or 2 episodes that you were like, oh, I wish I could have had a longer arc on that show? Like you were really excited
Oh
about
my
that
God.
character or something like that.
So many. Definitely Big Love.
Yeah.
I would have done that. I loved that character. I loved that show. I loved working with Amanda. My best friend Doug was one of the kids on that show. I would have loved to have done more of that, although I was very happy to be there. And then Lone Star 911.
Yeah.
911 Lone Star. I played this girl, Iris, she's Liv Tyler's sister, and then a best friend of another one of the main characters. And she's sort of like almost on the spectrum. Like she's had a drug past, she was homeless, she sort of talks really fast. I just loved Iris. I loved how they wrote for her. And I would have loved to continue Iris. I think I did 3 episodes or 4 or something over there.
Do
So many more.
I was hoping you were
you-
going to say Phil of the Future, but it's fine. Like Phil of the Future just for me. That was just
for you.
Wait, do you know why I was on Phil of the Future?
I have no idea why you were on Phil of the Future, but I just freaking love Phil of the Future. But I haven't watched
Brand,
it.
Brand
Yeah.
was born in 1992.
I'm a baby.
Yeah.
Wait a second. You love Phil of the Future?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Have you had
he
Raviv on?
sucks.
No, I haven't had Raviv on.
Why not?
Well, I don't. Has he done a Hallmark movie since? When did we start?
You want to get
started
us in touch with Raviv? I don't even know who that is.
I love Raviv so much that I don't remember how old I was when the show was on. I was a teenager, I think. And
Baby.
thank you. And I found out that he had a rap group called the Weeby Boys. And I watched videos of the Weeby Boys, and I was like, this is I was
The best thing you've ever seen.
It's the best thing I've ever seen, but also I grew up very conservative Christian, and there was a lot of cursing, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
And then this Disney stars.
Yes, this sweet Disney star of
You have
Phil
to
the
burn
Future.
your Weeble Boys CDs.
Weeby Boys.
My bad, whatever.
Gosh.
So I just jumped in and did that because I was dating Raviv.
Oh my gosh.
Disney renamed him Ricky. Like
Right.
Disney was like, Raviv's too Jewish.
Wow.
So his his actor name for a long time before he went back to Raviv was Ricky. And I was dating him. And so I was always on set with Ali Mashaka and Amanda, AJ at the time.
Ali and
was, like,
AJ,
a
I don't
little
know if
kid.
you've
Yes,
heard.
Ali and AJ fame,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, we have a
Yes,
Disney Channel original movie podcast where
Yes.
Dan, who hadn't seen any of them,
I've never seen
we've
one.
been working
Yeah.
through them.
Did you watch Cowbells?
Of course we watched
We've
Cowbells.
seen-
Dan hated it.
I was not a fan.
Of course you weren't.
There's some
That
good ones though.
tracks.
There's some good ones though.
That is so funny.
Man.
Yeah, we were dating, and then I just was like, I jumped in. They like handed me a costume. I was like, yeah, I'll
Wow.
do an episode.
Yeah, so was that before or after Weeby Boys? Do you know?
Before. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
all right,
Before
fair
we
enough.
be
Yeah.
born.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you.
No,
I don't-
Raviv broke my heart. He broke up with me.
Really?
I-
Heartbreak
He broke up
Hotel.
with me.
And you know what?
How did he do it? Was it text? Was it in person? Like, how did he do it?
Oh God, it was so dramatic. He came to my studio apartment in Toluca Lake, and he like broke up with me, and I was like screaming and crying. It was very dramatic.
Oh my God.
I think like a stuffed animal that he gave me was like thrown down the hallway and a door slammed. I don't totally remember, but I do remember my neighbor, a grown man, like left me a note the next day and was like, I heard. I'm so sorry.
yeah.
It was like, oh, right. There's other people that live in this building. It
Yeah.
was very intense.
Has
We're very
to
good
be
friends
the
now.
most exclusive. You've not told that story on a
That's a good-
podcast. You've not.
That's
a good
okay.
scoop. That's
All
a
right.
good
Well, that's a
And
great
you know
scoop
what?
for us.
I
Big
I
for
always
us.
knew that I do. It was something about him I didn't like, and now I know it was just I knew
Yeah.
at some point this would happen, and so
SOB breaking up with our girl Lyndsy. Are you kidding me
gosh.
right now?
hate
I
that.
don't have a Phil of the Future question, Lyndsy, but more of an actual question. So you're on Big
Right.
Love, and like my generation grew up with HBO being kind of the pinnacle, Sunday night HBO, prestige drama. Now, Desperate Housewives wins Emmys, and like you've been on other amazing shows, but when you're
I won a SAG award with that cast. as an
yeah, you
ensemble
did.
cast.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Cherry, who did that show, is like pretty famously good at what he does. My question is when you're on something like Big Love, where HBO was doing 8 and 10 episode seasons, well before the rest of the world caught on, or we were still trudging through like 22 episode procedurals, and somehow now everyone has decided mostly that shows should be 10 episodes long, 12, seasons should be 10 episodes, 12 episodes. When you're doing a show like Big Love, does it feel like you're making a prestige drama, or does it feel like you're making Desperate Housewives, but just different content? Does that make sense?
No, yeah, it does. Desperate Housewives and Big Love feel very different to shoot. It feels
Or like
Big Love
House
felt-
or whatever, like any of those other ones, right?
Yes, for sure.
Big
More,
Love takes longer or just feels heavier?
Yeah,
or,
it feels more like a film.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
The crafty's better.
Yeah, like the M&M selection is so much better.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, actually, to bring this all in full circle is Amanda Seyfried, who was, incredible on Big
Yes.
Love. One of the big moments of breaking up with Raviv is that Amanda and this actress, Mae Whitman, you might know from-
Arrested Development's my favorite show of all time.
Yeah, Arrested Development, Parenthood. So I remember vividly like having a date night with Raviv, and Amanda and May came over out of nowhere. They were friends of ours, are friends of ours still today. But at the time they came over, and I was like, "We're having a date night," and Raviv was like, "Come on in," and I wanted to be like an old married lady. Like I've wanted to do that since I was 2. And I was like, this is our time. these bitches, bitches. And it was, and I like had a full like wife moment at like 18 years old and was like, you just let people, and we're having a date night. Anyway, I had to tell you that story
Don't
because
you know?
Amanda
And then you guys went to
basically
counseling. Then you
ruined
threw
my,
a bear down the hall. Yeah.
I gotta tell her that story one day. Yeah.
Wow.
And you didn't want me to bring up Phil the Future.
I stand
said don't do
corrected. We got a great Amanda Seyfried, Mae Whitman story out of this deal. I mean, unbelievable.
I love that. I love
Yeah, no, Big Love was the real deal. That show was top notch, like the best of the best storytelling, writing, acting. It was the best.
It's an amazing television program, but I always feel like when I'm watching shows that are kind of transcendent, you know, like I think of like Mad Men or something like that. It's like
ahead of its time.
This can't be the same day to day. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm saying the experience of making that as an actor can't be the same as making something that isn't elevated like that. In my head, it doesn't compute. So I'm glad to hear you say that. If you would have said, well, I did House today, I did Big Love this day, it was the same, I would have been like, how? Like they're trying for two very different things. So that's fascinating.
Yeah. No, they're different. Although I will say, looking into Hugh Laurie's eyes,
I mean, that guy.
Beautiful, bright blue eyes. I was like in full traction, like in a hospital bed, like with like not just no makeup, but like makeup to make me look like I was dying. And I just would like remember like looking at his eyes and just being like, oh my God, I'm getting lost. I was just like so swooning.
I've seen every episode of that show. I love that show. I adore that show. I'm not here to trash. I mean, House Hugh Laurie, the whole thing was amazing.
Such a good show. Yeah, right.
Amazing stuff.
I guess we shall get to Hallmark.
Okay, let's do it. One of Brand's
I'm so sorry.
faves.
Who are you?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Oh no, your first one's Next Stop Christmas.
Yes,
is
Next
that right?
Stop Christmas. I believe is your first Hallmark.
Yes.
That was my first Hallmark. You're right. Yes.
Yeah.
A really fun, ambitious Hallmark movie. I want to know how much you knew about Hallmark going into that, because this is right as at the time that Hallmark is beginning to change hands a bit. They're beginning
to try stuff,
be a little bit adventurous. And Next Stop Christmas Day, and I remember us watching this movie and hearing about this movie before the season, being like, oh, we might be getting some different type of movies from the network. And here we are, Next Stop Christmas. So I'd love to hear what you knew about the network beforehand. And if you, when making Next Stop Christmas, were like, oh, this is a little bit different than what I was expecting.
Yeah, I can't totally remember how many or like how long. There were a couple Hallmark offers that had come in that I couldn't do for various scheduling reasons. And so I know that they had wanted me to work with them, and I was like, oh right, I don't watch Hallmark movies. I should like know this, because also like I had other friends doing them and stuff. So so when I knew I could do that one and I read Next Stop Christmas, I was like pretty, sorry, that's my dog's feet. She sounds like a tap dancer. I was pretty like blown away by the fact that we had like Christopher Lloyd and Leah Thompson, who are so famous for that, their time travel movie. And
with a train too.
With a train, and like I just thought it was really cool and different, and I was so grateful. Our director Dustin Riker, it was special. Like his vision, the Steadicam work, his idea, like we actually filmed on this real old, vintage train that runs still today in Connecticut. All of it was just like very special. I felt very lucky to have been asked to be a part of that particular script. Like I knew it was so good.
So I have to say this. Well, first of all, my big disappointment of Next Stop Christmas is Leah Thompson and Christopher Lloyd are in this movie and do not share a scene together. And as a huge Back to the Future fan, I was devastated. I was just like, how?
We had him for like, we had only had him for like a day or two.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Of his schedule.
Yeah.
So this was like, I don't think they could have made any scenes together with anyone else.
So I guess better to have them than
not. It was
not.
just on the train.
That's it.
Better to have them.
Yeah. That was the devastating
if he's
part.
willing to give you a day, you take a day.
Yes, that's true. With Christopher Lloyd, I think that's fair. And I like North to Home is a really, really quality movie, and I don't want to necessarily skip it, but your next two movies are also very, very Hallmark groundbreaking. right? Like
You think so?
No, I know so. I've seen 500 some Hallmark movies, and I
Oh, more
You've
than
seen
that.
so many
So
more
we-
than me.
More
so
than that.
so many, but way more than
These are like
high
concept.
So like
Hallmark
that's what I'm
movies.
getting to is like,
Yeah.
Where Are You Christmas with Michael Rady, a dear friend of the show, even though he's such a jerk. Am I right, Lyndsy? Like such the worst. That
What
guy.
an asshole.
I know, right?
Thank you
Can
for
you believe
saying
I had
that.
to like kiss him?
Oh
and
my
spend
gosh.
time?
No, and
Oh.
Yeah.
the closer you get to him, the more repulsed you
It's
are.
unbelievable.
So like kudos to you.
And the woodworking that he does and like spending time with his family in Connecticut, it's all
Gross.
a ruse. I mean,
Gross.
he just that guy. I don't.
What a liar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No. So Where Are You Christmas, where the world literally goes Pleasantville, like goes black and white,
Yeah.
a very high concept. And then Magic of Lemon Drops with another friend of the show, Ian Harding, which is an absolute banger of a movie that requires you to really reach as an actor, and you crush it. You know, it's nice for me to have someone on the show that just has all good Hallmark movies, but also like these are not. You know, we are in 3 years, 2021 to 2024. So I guess that's 4 years technically. And I don't want to, North to Home's a quality movie too for Hallmark, but you made 3 of the more high concept, out of the box movies in an era of Hallmark where they had decided, let's try that. And at what point were you aware like these movies, or is that just what you're drawn to?
It's a really good question. I'd love to ask the executives at Hallmark. I'd love to ask them that. I don't know exactly what their thought process is, but I will say from my thought process is am a very trained technical actor, and maybe they know that. Like as far as my like where I've come from and how many different genres I've shot and like sort of the scope of it. And so maybe they're like, oh, we can trust Lyndsy with this. I don't know. The other thing is like I definitely lean toward more comedy. Like I add more comedy to projects. And I think there's a different version of like any movie that there's like that you can do it in a different way. And I always try to bring out a little bit more of the quirkiness. So maybe they want that for those movies. I don't know, except that I'm grateful. I mean, the next up, Where Are You Christmas was wild because we would have to do scenes on the same schedule, right? Like the 15, 16-day schedule,
Yeah.
the same page count. And we would have to do scenes multiple times because we would have to do it with a green screen and then without a green screen. So
Oh my
every
God.
coverage,
wow.
whether it was like a wide shot or a close up, depending on who was black and white, who was in color, we had to have like, someone would come in with a green screen and we'd have to shoot the same thing. So we were working double
Wow.
as far as like what we were rolling on because of that. And I mean, Dustin was incredible. This same director as
Yeah.
Next Stop Christmas.
Yeah. He's a great director for Hallmark.
Yeah. And it was a lot of like trial and error on the day, and like we were all game for it. It was very ambitious. I applaud Hallmark for sure. To like, I think they're the best. They're so fun. When they go big, like
Yeah.
it's fun.
When it goes black and white for the first time, I went nuts. And was
This
this the first
This is the marathon
movie of the year?
So we
First
start
movie of the holiday
the
season?
season with a 24-hour where we stay up all night, live stream us watching the movies.
Yeah.
So
Raise money for
there's-
charity and all.
We raise
all
money
this.
for charity the whole time. You can donate at certain tiers. It all goes 100% to charity. And
What?
when there's video, we can send it to you. In that moment, I believe it is that moment.
Yes.
And Bran just he's so excited. He
take a
takes a
lap.
lap. He's just
We're here.
so
I loved
thrilled.
it.
We're here.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
love
next time you guys do that, invite me. I'll pop in.
Oh my God.
Would love that.
It's done.
That would
It's
be
on
so
the
much
record
fun.
now.
Well, actually, I will have a Christmas movie this year, but I can't talk about it
We
yet.
won't.
Oh, well,
Like
we've
that
got,
little-
that's all we needed. We got what we needed. Lindsay's got a Christmas movie this
Perfect.
year. Well, you
Is
had
it?
one last
Yeah.
year too,
Well-
or 2 years. Holiday Crashers was 2 years
I
ago,
do
right?
have, 2 years. No,
And you had
last
Single on
year
the
I
25th.
Single on the
did
25th.
That's right.
Single on the 25th. That
Yeah.
I didn't. That wait, no, that was a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this one, I know you can't talk about it. Will Raviv Ricky, will he be
Raviv will
on
be in
it?
there.
Will Raviv will do the movie with you?
Directed by Dustin Reichert, of course,
Right.
because that's Lindsay has to have Dustin as the director.
Well, one of those is true. One of those. Is true.
Okay. So it's Lindsay and Raviv. Fantastic.
Dustin couldn't make it.
Dustin's busy.
He's busy.
I will say we did skip over North to Home. North to Home also is like 3 sisters and a
Yeah.
mom more than it is a guy and a girl like finding
Isn't that
love.
nice?
Yeah.
I love the idea of Hallmark execs being like, we got a weird one. Let's call
Where's
Lyndsy.
Lyndsy? But like, I mean, in that movie, you have Kim Susted, Barbara Niven, Erica Durance. I mean, some powerhouse ladies. Allie Liebert directing.
Yeah.
So like, it just seems like if you're not seeking them, you're the great unique experiences are finding you on Hallmark, which is awesome.
It was Allie's I think Hallmark directing debut. I think she had done
Yes.
a
I think you're
Lifetime,
right,
but
yeah.
this was a big deal for her. Obviously heavy hitters were in it. I was still new to the network. Like I was the newbie, but coming in, and I was just so grateful to like meet the ladies. But I was secret pregnant with my second kid
Oh,
on
wow.
that movie. And I was so nauseous, you guys. Like every day was like, don't vomit, don't vomit, don't vomit.
Oh my
I had this
goodness.
weird, I'm a vegetarian, but I was like shoving like turkey deli meat in my face, like
Yeah.
at any time I could get. And then like, wardrobe knew. I was like, if I start growing, this is what's going on. The ladies knew, but like, it wasn't fully, I didn't know what was going to happen to the present,
Right.
It was early on.
Right.
So I was like, but I was like freezing cold in 1,000 layers, like standing on the top of these like cliffs, like shaking, pregnant, vomiting, and then having to be like falling in love with someone. And it was just like one of the hardest moments. And that's my memory. That's the end of the story.
You nailed it. You
That's the
stuck
end
the
of
landing.
story.
That was
Stuck the
perfect.
landing. You
Yeah,
stuck
that's
the
right.
landing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
really, yeah.
But you did do Single on the 25th last year, and I would say
Yes.
of the holiday flicks that you've done, it is kind of a bit more of the most traditional. Like this is a love story, but it's also just like you two are so good together. The chemistry
Daniel
was
Lessing,
was
that
off
guy.
the charts. I mean, anything you want to add about that movie, because it is like this is a Hallmark Christmas movie, but it's really fun and the chemistry is fantastic.
No, I'm so glad to hear that. It's just fun when you're like it's a great setup. One person's like, be alone.
Right.
And one person's like, I don't want to be alone. And then falling in love. It's a great setup. We shot that in Montreal, even though it takes place in Chicago. And so all of the crew was French. And so I was just like constantly practicing French.
Oh,
Wow.
Of course, I've forgotten it all now, but it was like wonderful to be in Montreal. Daniel's amazing. Our incredible director, Jonathan, was amazing. It was a great time. And Daniel and Jonathan both, like, we were all on the same page of like finding the right tone, like
Right.
finding the comedy, finding the love. What's the scene also about? Yeah, we had a great time.
The hurdle for me with that movie is like, especially I believe the Listen character is like a very wealthy single dude, and it's like we have to keep the complaining of this to a minimum. Do you know what I mean? Like there has to be like you can want partnership and companionship, but you also have to tread carefully on the fact that you still have a lot of privilege in what you have, And so it was this and I thought it was threaded beautifully. Like I really did. And I just didn't realize
he's getting in his own way, right?
Yes,
he's getting in
yes.
his own way.
Correct.
Yeah.
Since Where Are You Christmas, all of Lyndsay's co-leads are all friends of the show. Friends of the show. Michael Rady, Ian Harding, both Robert Buckley and Chris McNally in Holiday Crashers, and Daniel Lissing have all been on a lot of times.
Yeah.
And so you I mean, like all of those.
I guess you're welcome. I don't really know how we
and
are.
they all talked about us, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm
for sure. Yes,
on
yes,
set they wouldn't shut up about us.
Yes.
Well, it's in the writer.
Right.
It's like it's what I say to my team to be like, if they're not friends with the pod,
That's right.
I don't want to do
You
it.
get it. You understand.
100%.
I don't know who my co-star is for my next film. by
No,
the
of
way.
course not.
TBD.
Yeah, you would never know
I
about it's Raviv. You already told us. I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, we don't
stick to
know.
that.
We don't know Peter for Love Heist, so
We don't know Peter Port. We do.
We
don't
We
know
know Topher Payne, who wrote the movies he was in.
Yes.
That Peter was in for Hallmark initially, and
Christmas to Remember.
Christmas to Remember,
And The Deuce.
Cherish
Yep.
Memories. That's right. And we know.
Wait, have you guys seen Love Heist?
No,
We have not seen it
You
yet.
didn't get a
No.
screener?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we get screeners, we don't watch them until we have to, just because we have a lot
Right,
going
sure.
on. But we have not seen the film yet, which is so we'll check it out with everybody else this weekend.
That's right.
Peter Forte is incredible. I'm
Oh, I
obsessed
said
with him.
Port. Oh my
God,
gosh,
you're so embarrassed.
Please don't
It's
send
so
this to him. He's
embarrassing.
going to be so mad. He'll never come
I'm
on.
going to take some of your Diet Coke.
No,
just 'cause
I'm
of
going
it.
to tell him not.
No, I appreciate that. What can you tell us about this movie? Well, why should we be excited about Love Heist?
It kind of has everything. It's like it's a love story, it's a comedy, it's a mystery, something goes missing. It's a lot about fashion. I think a lot of the fashion lovers out there will love it, which I know you two are.
Oh, for
obviously.
sure.
Both wearing black
I'm glad that
t-shirts.
This
came
isn't a
through.
black T-shirt off the rack, Lyndsy. Come on.
I no, I'm aware. No, so yeah, it's I play a fashion stylist. He plays a hotel security chief, and Elizabeth Taylor, like, archival dress goes missing, gets stolen from the hotel, and we go on this big mission to find it, and obviously fall in love in the meantime. And it's Fashion Week, and there's a big gala, like sort of supposed to be like the Met Gala. We call it the Cosmo Gala.
Sure.
It's so fun. There's a little bit of like old school, heist vibes, and we had the best time. Peter is a dream. You too will question your sexuality.
Oh, so it's just another week at the old office.
Another week
for
at the
me.
office.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We hear he's amazing. He's not been in a Hallmark movie in a long time.
Yeah.
Did you know this?
I did know this.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is a big comeback for him.
This is a big comeback. That's definitely not because of anything. He'd love to do more. So let's just throw that out there.
Yeah.
The
Listen,
executives.
you said it. You said it.
Absolutely.
Well, we're very excited about it, and we are excited for your Christmas one. And I hope it is a little weird. I hope it's a little different, and I hope it's the first movie of the year again, holiday season, so I can take another lap in excitement. That'll be fun for me. Shall we rapid fire, Dan?
We should. We should rapid
We each get to
fire.
ask you 3 questions about anything, so very different than what we've been doing. But we try to go fast unless you don't want to, and then
you go
and then
slow,
you go
and
slow.
It's totally fine.
Dan, you go first.
Let's do it fast. Let's do like
career-
improv.
Your
Let's go.
careers run the gamut, but is there a specific genre that you would like to get to act in that you really haven't, or act more in that you don't get to that often?
Sitcom.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
The last TV show or movie that you watched that you are super pumped about that you want to shout out?
Widow's Bay.
Oh my God, the finale was
Have
amazing.
you watched the finale yet?
Wait, is that what just aired?
It just
Is that the
aired
finale?
yesterday. Yeah.
God, it's so good.
It's so
It's
good.
so good.
So good.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good. I'm so into it for so many reasons. I just
Yeah.
love it.
Matthew Rees, unbelievable.
Let's get you on
kidding me?
season
I love him
2.
so much.
Let's get you on season 2.
That's
I
not
don't know.
sitcom. I like it though. Let's
I
get.
mean, but it's
Well,
funny.
Go ahead.
I have a horror movie coming out this Halloween in theaters.
What's
in
it
the
called?
theaters.
It's called Don't Move.
Don't move.
This weekend we will have an announcement on all the socials and
Oh my
things. So
gosh.
please look out your local theater.
Well,
for
I need you to know
Don't
this.
Move.
I'm a big horror boy. I try to see as many horror movies specifically in the theater as possible.
Mhm.
So I will see it, and I can't.
That's the place to see it.
You got to see
Absolutely.
horror movies in the
Theaters.
movie theater for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%. What's your favorite meal in Los Angeles?
Sushi.
Like
So many places.
Katsuya, Nobu. What are we talking?
There's a place in Eagle Rock that I love called Fish on Rice. Shout out.
Fish on
All right.
rice.
There's a
All
shout out. The show or song or something that your kids like to enjoy that you can't stand.
Oh my God. No, they listen to all good music.
There you go.
Wow.
We play it because we play it.
Unbelievable.
That's the right answer.
No.
You can go
Yeah.
back in time and be in one of your favorite movies, but you get to be the lead or whatever part you want to play. What are you choosing?
Oh, either Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion.
Oh.
I can't pick which part. I'm obsessed with both.
Mira
them both.
Sorvino or Lisa Kudrow, either one.
Yeah, either one. I'll take it in a heartbeat. When Harry Met Sally.
Oh yeah.
And Poltergeist.
Oh, Poltergeist.
Very nice.
Great choices.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You've heard of the phrase hop, skip, or jump? Yes? Hop, skip, jump?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Pick one.
What is pick one?
Yep.
Skip.
Yeah,
Skip. I
you
didn't
know
see
what?
it coming. We
And
talked about
that
it
is why
beforehand.
you get the fun homework
That's
movies.
right. That's right.
A lot of people
Well,
go
listen.
Hop or jump.
What do a lot of people do?
I don't know. This is the first
This
time
is
I've
the
asked
first
this
time he's
question.
ever asked
but-
this question.
No, here's why. Try to be in a bad mood when you skip.
That's true.
That's
Can't
true.
do it.
Right.
Can't do it.
I don't think you can do it.
Mm-mm. No.
This was a lot of fun.
Lyndsy, you are a delight.
We did it.
Please come back anytime.
You're a delight.
Please,
Both of you. You're
please
so fun.
come do the marathon with us and come on live and join us. And we look forward to seeing what you come out with next. Even if it is a movie starring your ex-boyfriend Raviv, we'll be there for it.
I can't wait to talk to him. I'll come back on and talk about our Christmas movie. How about that?
I can't wait. Yes, you're the two of you at a
Thanks, you
Christmas
guys.
movie. I can't wait for that. It's going
That's
to be a lot of fun. Until next time, maybe the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas. Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray. And yeah, that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on the show, you can go to @DeckTheHallmark on Insta or deckthehallmark.com. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Help others find the show. And if you want to help support the show financially, you head on over to BrambleJamPlus.com. You'll find the best corner of the internet, ad-free podcasting, live video watch-alongs, movie chats, and so much more. That's BrambleJamPlus.com.
Really good job, Dan.
Thanks, man.